we had an incredible Smackdown on Christmas Day. Brilliant episode to end the year. And we have a new Intercontinental Champion. We're going to get into that all in a second. So stay tuned. This is your Smackdown review. What's up, Maniacs? My name is Mex. I'm a wrestling fan, a wrestling enthusiast, a WrestleManiac, if you will. And today we are talking about Smackdown. It was such a good show, really, really fun. Great matches. Just something really solid that they put on. I know it was pre-taped and everything, and all week I've been trying to dodge spoilers here and there, but really, really good show. I say that everyone should go and watch it, even if you haven't really been keeping up with Smackdown, because the matches itself were just so good. And we're going to get into all of that in just a second, so stay tuned. And right here at WrestleManiacUK, I discuss everything that is WWE and AEW. So if this sounds like the place for you, make sure you hit the subscribe button and make sure you hit the notification bell so you get notified each and every time I drop a new video. Ladies and gentlemen, without further ado, let's get into the review. The show started with a cage match. I mean, what a way to open a show. This is exactly what I'm talking about. It was a rematch of Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens from TLC, their TLC match. And the whole premise of having it in a cage was that there can't be no, not that it can't be no, but to reduce, should we say, outside interference from especially Jay Uso. If there's a cage there, he can't interfere. Jay Uso could have climbed into the cage if he really wanted to. And there's no disqualification. But yeah, this was again, a really, really fun match. They used the cage, all the guys involved. Kevin Owens, he's just really, every week I think I've got it sussed for who's going to win the Royal Rumble, but Kevin Owens, I think he deserves something. I really think he deserves something. Maybe in the Royal Rumble he can get the Iron Man position, come in first or second and last all the way to the end. Who knows? But yeah, this was really good. This was a really, really good match. Jay Uso did come down to ringside and got involved. I think he was trying to open the door or stop Kevin Owens. I think when Kevin Owens opened the door to walk out, Jay Uso stopped him from doing so. Roman Reigns tried to walk out at a time, wasn't successful. Kevin Owens grabbed onto his ankle. Jay Uso got back up and attached a handcuff to the cage, eventually got Kevin Owens' wrist onto the other edge of the handcuff, all doing this through the cage, by the way. So kudos to Jay Uso. Chained Kevin Owens to the cage, and Roman Reigns was laughing his head off and just literally walked out the ring onto the ring steps, still chatting crap to Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens saying a lot of stuff back to him, saying he should be ashamed of himself. Roman Reigns 2 feet on the ground after walking out of the cage and retains the Universal Championship. Like I say, this was such a really good, fun start to the show. I mean, I don't want to put this in the caliber of the other matches Roman Reigns has been giving us since his return. The 2 Jay Uso matches were very good. The Drew McIntyre match was very good. The Kevin Owens match at TLC was very, very good. Roman Reigns is just pulling out some what could be described as match of the year contenders, and they're all competing with himself in terms of WWE anyway. It's this guy has been here this whole time, but you guys have been trying to force him down our faces as the face of the company, and he's just an absolute star. And like I say, Kevin Owens has just been brilliant in this particular series that these guys have been having. Even the promos before their last 2 matches, he's really done his part. Jay Uso, again, obviously contributing to the finish here. So there may be a third one. Maybe these guys go again at Royal Rumble. Who knows? But this is absolutely brilliant stuff. Very, very enjoyable and great match quality, like I say. Yeah, so that was the opening match on the night. Next up, we had the women's tag champions, obviously Charlotte and Asuka were on SmackDown, the women's tag championships, and the champions can go anywhere, any brand. they never really move apart from when high profile people have them. You know, Shayna and Nia Jax have had them this entire time. They've never left Raw. So anyway, there can be something said about that. They came to SmackDown, and to be honest, this promo section before the match started was a bit clunky. They were going to have a tag team championship eliminator match, triple threat match. So it was Asuka and Charlotte, and then Bayley and Carmella, and then Sasha Banks and Belair. Like I said, the whole promo and the ladies coming down to the ring was just a bit messy. Like they probably should have just went straight into it, or Charlotte and Asuka cut a promo, and then the rest of the ladies just come down. No other promos and stuff being said between them because it was just a bit messy. They just kept interrupting each other. That was probably the worst part of the entire show. But yeah, it wasn't terrible, but yeah, the rest of the show was literally very, very good. So once all the women were in the match, we saw a pretty decent match. Again, very fun. These, for me, are the top women, on the main roster. You might want to argue with Carmella being in there. Some might say Belair is a bit new. Shayna Baszler, if you want to talk about top women on main roster. But these six, especially for the work they've been doing in recent times, I know Charlotte literally just walked back in last weekend or whatever, but they don't put this match together if these aren't the top competitors. And what I thought was a real kind of maybe kick in the teeth. The Riot Squad were in the back watching this match on the TV, and this is for the Women's Tag Championships. They could have made this a fatal four-way easily. They don't have to win it, but they could have included them as they are the only legitimate tag team amongst these guys. But I think this was really just a showcase for the women's main roster division. So yeah, again, really, really good, fun match. Bayley and Sasha were eliminated first. I think Bayley was pinned by Bianca Belair. No, Bayley was pinned by Sasha. And then it was Sasha and Bianca Belair left against Charlotte Flair and Asuka, the champions. And we saw some really incredible spots between these, including a time where Sasha Banks was in the figure four leg lock, and we saw Bianca Belair throw her ponytail into the ring to drag Sasha over with the ponytail to make the tag. This was really an intelligent use of her hair. Often in NXT, we used to see Bianca Belair use her hair as a weapon in matches. We haven't seen that much since she's been on the main roster since earlier this year. But, this was a very intelligent use of the ponytail. Got her partner into her corner. But that was pretty much it from Sasha for the rest of the match, because Sasha jumped off the apron at one point to take out Reginald, the sommelier, for Carmella. Bayley got involved on the outside as well, which more or less left Bianca Belair alone in the ring, trying to take on Asuka and Charlotte Flair. And in the end, Bianca Belair got pinned with a natural selection by Charlotte. So Charlotte looking, just as she left, looking extremely strong in all scenarios since she's returned, getting the wins, being very kind of dominant for her team. But yeah, very fun match, showcasing these particular women on SmackDown. They had loads of time as well to tell their story. It was a really decent affair. Next up, we had Daniel Bryan versus Jay Uso. Before we get into that, guys, if you are enjoying today's review, please make sure you smash the like button. Whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, it does loads for the channel. We thoroughly appreciate it. So please, if you haven't already, and you're watching live or you're going to watch this back, please smash the like button. Thank you very much. Daniel Bryan versus Jay Uso. So despite Jay Uso being very involved at the beginning of the show in Roman Reigns and Kevin Owens' Universal Championship match, Jay Uso was still getting busy here. Daniel Bryan came out to his pre-recorded yeses and everything like that. Jay Uso just smashed him down on the entranceway, laid into him, and it was looking like that match wasn't even going to take place. Daniel Bryan said, I got to continue, I got to keep going. Daniel Bryan got into the ring with Jay Uso and their match started, and we saw this match maybe a couple months back in the heat of the whole Jay Uso and Roman Reigns saga, when they weren't quite seeing eye to eye yet. Again, this match really delivered. Main event Jay. I think he's here to stay, you know. I think once his brother comes back, Jimmy, just because of how Jay's been carried, they're gonna have to slap the tag team championships on them like ASAP the minute Jimmy's back. Because Jay has literally just been carrying their name and been doing such good work. Him and Daniel Bryan, this went from like a technical match to a bit of a brawl. Like in halfway through, they were just like heavy-handed on each other, and then back to kind of like a technical match. Daniel Bryan, in the end, he tried to apply a label lock, which eventually Jay Uso escapes from. But Daniel Bryan still had momentum on his side. He gave Jay Uso a running knee and pinned Jay Uso. And then backstage, we had we had Daniel Bryan have an interview with Kayla, where he was interrupted by Sami Zayn halfway through the interview. But the point of the interview was him saying, you know, I've accomplished a lot here at WWE. There's one thing I have never done, and that is win the Royal Rumble. So he is declaring himself as the first entry, not number one necessarily, but the first entrant this year into the 2021 Royal Rumble. Great to see it. Great to see it. Daniel Bryan probably should have won the Royal Rumble, I think 2015. That's when, you know, people poo-pooed on Roman Reigns when he won it. That was the year that, in my opinion, Daniel Bryan should have won it, and Roman Reigns probably should have won it the year before that. But it is what it is. Daniel Bryan in the Royal Rumble. Guys, put down below in the comments your thoughts on who is going to win the men's and women's Royal Rumble. We're still going to talk about that on this channel, so going to be very, very interesting. But yeah, like I say, Jay Uso, Daniel Bryan, really, really good match. And then last but not least, we had the lumberjack match for the Intercontinental Championship. Big E, the contender, taking on Sami Zayn, the champion. And I guess the idea of the lumberjack match was because we've been seeing it, you know, Sami Zayn avoiding his opponents, running out of the rings, running around the ring, running out the arena, and the lumberjacks are here to stop that. And, you know, as it happens, as it goes, lumberjacks attack the face opponents, throw them in, and, you know, the lumberjacks always get into a fight, which all happened in this match. I'm really liking this newer, serious, or more serious, should I say, Big E. You know, there was no hip thrusts or twerking or wriggling his hips or anything like that. He's still got the fun loving side, which we've seen in recent weeks backstage and stuff like that. But he is really slowly, you know, like incrementally removing the stuff that makes him New Day, if you see what I mean. Aesthetically, that's all gone. But yeah, from his moveset and his behaviors, that's all changing now. And yeah, it's just really good to see him kind of step into, or should I say, evolve this character that he's worked on for so many years now. My favorite part of this match was when all the lumberjacks started fighting, and Sami Zayn then thought, okay, if they're fighting, they can't put me back in the ring, so I can make an escape here. Sami Zayn tried to make an escape. He's at the top of the entranceway, and Apollo Crews, you just see Apollo Crews in the distance pointing like, where's he going? Apollo Crews starts running up the entranceway and dives on Sami Zayn, brings him down. All the face lumberjacks come up the entranceway and literally carry Sami Zayn above their head, throw him back into the ring. Sami Zayn gets a big splash from Big E. Big E lands the big ending, and Big E becomes a two-time Intercontinental Champion. We've been waiting for this. We have been waiting for this for quite a while. It was quite some months ago now where WWE said, you know, Big E, you're on your singles run now. And we haven't seen much in terms of progress for that until maybe the last 4 weeks or so. Here it is. Here it is. Big E, Intercontinental Champion. Paul Heyman said that the New Day are going to be a footnote in Big E's story. And this is, the first step in that. This is the first step. It's so good to see. They have to give him a strong run with this championship, in my opinion. Take on those men that were in the ring, hoisting him above his head and celebrating alongside with him. There's some good names in there that can really revitalize this intercontinental division, so to speak, as well as some other guys, from the heel side of the Lumberjacks, the Shinsuke Nakamura, Cesaro, really put on some good matches. And make Big E look like a really credible champion, so that when he does drop that title, there's only one place we're going, and that's up. That's the big one. That's the Universal Championship or the WWE Championship or whatever the case may be. But yeah, I'm looking forward to this. Let me know what you think down below of Big E winning the Intercontinental Championship, and who do you think should be like his first proper competitor, his first feud? Maybe Kevin Owens. After he drops out of favor with Roman Reigns. That could be a suggestion. But let me know down below in the comments. But congratulations to Big E for reestablishing himself in the singles division as now the Intercontinental Champion. Guys, that is the SmackDown review. I hope you enjoyed it. A really good show, like I said at the top of the show, a really good show for a Christmas Day show, a really good show to end the year. Please go and watch this if you haven't. It's a very, very fun show, and I know you will enjoy it. Like I said, we are going to talk Royal Rumble very soon on this channel, so look out for my video where we're going to kind of speculate who is going to win the men's Royal Rumble in 2021 and the women's Royal Rumble in 2021. Guys, put down below in the comments any other videos you would like to see over this festive period. If you are new to this channel, remember to subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell, and if you enjoyed the video, please hit the thumbs up. Whether you're watching us on YouTube or you're watching on Facebook, hit the thumbs up button. It's thoroughly appreciated. Hope you all enjoyed your Christmas. Have a happy new year. If I don't see you before then, WrestleManiac UK signing out, and I'll see you soon.